If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get forward a hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo! Big cause.
All right, we're live.
We're live. Welcome to the Goblin. It's easier to edit down. It's a lot. Doing middle of the edits. Yeah, leaving the punch. That's how we started.
All right, how are we doing, everybody?
I want to get all my non-podcast thoughts out, so they don't hear it. But I had thoughts, and it was mostly about the state of Israel.
All right, so since we're not going to be talking about Israel or Palestine,
yeah,
we can move forward with the podcast. Today our guest is Fabian and I.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of Palestine.
Yeah.
A little closer. Yeah.
I'm sick of Palestine.
So is the great state of Israel.
Get rid of all of it.
Yeah.
No. We need good, honest Christians get in there. I want to see Israel. I want to go there.
I can't believe him because when we talked about Baxter finding God, he Fabian's response was, "How do you do that?"
Oh yeah.
So I can't believe
God. And then he made a pedophile joke.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
I don't think he cares about Christians in Palestine. He barely cares about Christians in Toronto.
I think he's trying to become a pastor. He's like, what? He wants to fuck kids? Like.
Yeah, I was saying. Thank you for offering me a drink. I'm thinking of not drinking as it just costs so much money getting drunk. Like realistically,
it does.
To really feel drunk, I probably have to drink at least like half a bottle.
Yeah,
and that's
a bottle of what though?
Whiskey, whatever. Like half the bottle, a 750. I probably have to drink 300 milliliters of alcohol at 40% ish, 35, 40%.
Sure it's not like how you're drinking. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like if I drink like 20 shots in a day, but throughout the day, I'll be perfectly fine. But if I drink like 6 in like an hour, I'm gonna shit my pants.
Right, I see what you mean. Maybe I should be what's the word? Coalescing them into like a quick drink or something like that. Maybe you're right. But still, it just feels expensive.
I guess it depends what you're drinking. I drink beer. So, like, when it's nighttime, I could drink more beer.
Yeah.
And
because you're a beer werewolf.
The moon comes out. I tear my clothes off. No, it's just, but during the day, like, sometimes, like, on the weekend, I'll have, like, a beer during the day and then nap for, like, 4 hours. For some reason. Yeah. I can't drink during the day or I just get so sleepy. But at night...
But not drunk, just sleepy.
Just sleepy, yeah. But at night...
because you're a lazy Mexican.
I get sleepy.
I know what you mean. Yeah, day drinking is a little hard. Have you ever been on one of those, all-inclusive resorts or whatever? Where you can like day drink all day? And
no, not yet.
That is for you, by the way. I mean, because you pay one amount and then you can just drink as much as you want. But like, I find it in like the hot sun, very difficult to get drunk. And I think they water shit down too because, if you're paying all inclusive, they're going to water it down.
I haven't decided which race I want to mistreat first. Like we go to if we do an all-inclusive in Mexico or like Borneo.
It's going to be your own race. They're all
That's the thing.
For the most part.
That's
the most fun.
Yeah.
What if I want to mistreat some Jamaicans? Some like way strong, like bigger and stronger than me Jamaicans, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, can you?
Yeah. No, that's true. Jamaica does also have all-inclusive. A few other
Bahamas.
Caribbean countries, but for the most part, if you're going for cheap right now, it's Cuba is the cheapest to go to right now. Although I hear you go there and they have no food. You're paying like $800 and they're like, "Oh, we have nothing, but thanks for coming."
They got cars from the 40s, man.
Yeah.
Still still as a taxi service. Like shit. It's a terrible country.
I've honestly thought about side-scrolling my way through all of Asia.
Yeah.
just walking down the street beating up people.
Asia's a tough one. I assume they all know martial arts.
Yeah.
I try to slap a teenage girl. She just catches it like midway.
Like
fucking
three
snaps it
thugs
in
walk out
fucking
of
8 places.
You're like walking down the street and 3 thugs walk out of a door. You're like, oh. The whole way I'm like,
It sucks so bad because I look at little Asian guys. I'm like, I could fuck him up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
realistically, no.
Although,
What? Yes, you can.
No, they know karate.
no,
that's.
So Fabian might be right. I've been hearing different. Now, okay, that's not true. If you're untrained and the guy is a little smaller than you, yeah, he's gonna fucking whoop our ass because he's trained, right? But apparently, if you're like mildly trained and he's trained, if he's enough smaller than you, apparently size is way more important. And Jackie Chan was wrong.
I feel like if I was mildly drunk, I could probably take on a master.
You're
like a jujitsu kung fu.
I can't be true.
Okay,
I think I could.
I think this is sort of winding. Okay. So I recently disarmed somebody who pulled out a knife on me.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A month ago or
Yeah, what's the backstory?
A month ago or something, I got into a fight with like 5 guys at a bar. This guy just looked young, and I was drunk, and I was fucking with him. I'm like,
By guys, he means children.
yeah, this guy is probably 13. He was at a bar, and I told him like,
Father Fabian fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was calling him shit like a Highlander and stuff, like stuff that like shouldn't be that offensive. But then he kept saying, "Oh, you like talking, you like talking." So then I asked all of his friends politely. I'm like, "Hey, would it be alright if I slapped the shit out of your friend?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, okay, hey, would it be okay if I same question? And they like nobody appreciated that. And then he got his really like drunk friend to like just snowball like let's all fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're all surrounding me, and then I stand up, and they're like, let's go outside. And I'm like, guys, if you guys are going to fight somebody, it doesn't matter where you fight. So then I slapped one of them across the face.
Yeah.
And I was like, see?
You know what? I'll give it to you. That's a fucking cool line in the moment.
Yeah.
If you guys are going to fight someone, it doesn't matter where you fight, and then you fucking slap a guy, that's a good line, man. Write that down. Write a movie one day.
Fabian just told me another one that he did where he could tell it better, but at some point, some guy really got in his face, and Fabian goes, "I don't like the cut of your jib."
Fabian's awesome.
He uses the old timey like I don't know, like catchphrase or words, and then he fights people violently.
I do 2 things well: chew gum and fight, and I'm all out of gum.
Long story short, I see this guy on the subway, and then I'm like, hey man, remember me? And then he like draws a knife, and he's like, yeah.
He had been waiting.
Yeah. He pulls a knife on him, man.
Yeah, he pulled a knife out on me, but this guy was like, he was smaller than me, younger than me. I push kicked him, I kicked him a bunch, and then I took the knife off of him, and then I started slapping him a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just thinking about it all the way.
So, how did you take the? So he's Lee. Point your microphone as a knife towards him. What did you do?
But from what I heard, he told me is that he pulled it was one of those switch blades.
Yeah.
That he was kind of like taking his.
Oh, he's fiddling.
Yeah. And Fabian saw that, he's just like, "Oh wait, you got a knife!" and fucking kick stomped him in the air.
Oh,
He 300 him. Yeah.
That's why you need, if you're gonna be a violent person, you don't. Because I have one of those flip up knives, but it's because I'm like, oh, we got to cut this thing quick or whatever, right?
Your food.
I'm opening
Your dinner.
I ate steaks.
You butterfly
on the
knife.
subway. If you're gonna be a dangerous dude who will pull out a knife, you need the button click knife. You know,
The switchblade.
yeah, the switchblade, but the automatic one that like
No, you
shoots it
just
out.
have to work it out. Like you have to know your plan for when you open it. He never thought about it before.
You confronted him. It's not like if he had decided to come up to you, I'm sure he would have came knife ready.
Yeah.
But you like walked up to him.
I don't even know, dude. Even if blade was out, I think it would have been perfectly fine.
Why did you walk up to him?
Because I was drunk.
I was drunk when we saw each other originally, and I was also drunk the day I saw him again.
It was just a case of, hey, I know you. And,
Yeah.
and then the guy says, I know you too. And then it just kind of happened.
Before this, like, sounds like a cool story, I got really drunk because I was worried that I was going to get arrested for fighting a kid on camera, probably. And then I immediately took it out on a lady over the phone.
Fabian came home, and he was like walking around the apartment like nervous, and then we just hear, woo, woo. like the cops outside, like sirens going on. He's like, if he was like, I know that's for me.
No, because I showed Lee on the phone. It was like person with a knife, Kiel Station. That was my situation.
Yeah,
That's
But
what
you're not the person with the knife.
Well, I
You're
was once I took it.
Well, yeah, now he's got the knife. The knife
I
transferred
getcha.
hands.
Did it feel
Originally he was, but then he became.
I became the person with the knife.
Did it feel correct in your Spanish hands?
It melded to his body.
I'm doing all these flips. And
He had never held one before, but he knows what to do.
It's not a butterfly knife, but he's still treating it like such. No, it was so funny, and I had to tell Fabian, "Don't worry, it's not a big deal." But Fabian was worried.
Of course, I'd be worried. I'm sure you were just doing the nice guy thing to like let him calm down so he can go to sleep for the night. But like,
I just couldn't imagine like them tracking him down over what he's told me. I was just like, oh, even if they saw the footage, they're not going to trace it back here.
Yeah.
You know
He's
what I
gonna be
mean?
like, cool.
Yeah.
yeah, we're on the penthouse.
Like nobody got stabbed, nobody got sliced or whatever. So it's just a matter of like, if the cops, they're not going to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
no blood was spilled. Just some fucking gay kid got his knife taken. And that was it.
How if we're to guess how old this kid is, like 16 or
13, apparently.
13?
No. He just looks young. But I'm gonna guess I knew her between like
He looks
16,
young.
17. Like, yeah, he looked young. Like,
He looked young.
But he was still, the first time I met him was at Gabby's bar. So he still got into the bar and like got served and shit. So I don't.
Yeah, that the bar thing was. I think I talked about it in this podcast. So I won't repeat myself, but I've been to bars where you look around and you're like, everybody here is 16 at the most. Like some bars just don't give a fuck.
Fresh women? Which bar is this?
I'll tell you, it's called Taps Bar on the Danforth.
Oh, really?
I was there with a friend, and I told this on the podcast earlier, but the short story is, we walked in, me and my friend. As we started having our chicken wings, we look around and we're like, oh. A lot of the girls here look real young.
Why are the girls here so fucking hot?
I've never seen models like this before.
They're all playing skip rope. God damn.
Look at all these 5'4" models.
What's the word? Why do I feel like they're ripe?
Ripe.
And this is awesome. They decided to dress in those fake schoolgirl outfits.
Oh, jeez.
No, we were
What's with all these ripe girls?
Fresh for the picking.
these sexy crab apples.
Fabian's just going around squeezing them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're ready.
Like the fruit.
This pineapple is still brown. So we go, me and my friend. So what
He
actually
calls
happened?
the waitresses brown bananas.
Brown banana. Yeah. Get out of here, you brown banana. I want one of the green ones. Come here, green banana. It's a little
crab
tougher
apple.
to.
Yeah.
It's a little tougher to undress you, but once you're in there, you're nice.
It's harder to peel you.
It's hard to peel.
The older ladies, they ferment.
Yes.
Of course. All right, guys, enough fruit puns.
We're done with that.
Sexualized fruit puns.
So I was at Taps Bar, and what actually happened is I went to a Mexican restaurant with my friend, and then we went to this bar after, and then we looked around, and we were like, oh, all the girls look young. And then there was two guys who looked a lot like you two, if you know what I mean.
Handsome.
Yes, handsome.
They looked like they hit on children.
Well, they took a picture of one of the girls to be like, look how hot this girl is, and then got confronted by one of the young guys.
Yeah.
And
Have you ever seen those clips or whatever where like an old dirty man like takes a picture of like a girl in a bikini and then they confront him and then he's like, I didn't take it. And it's like it looks like it was deleted. Like, go into your deleted picture.
Go into your trash folder.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh fuck. I love those clips.
Well, what happened? That's what the guy was like. Show me your phone. He's like, I didn't take no picture.
I don't take no
I don't
pictures,
take
man.
no picture, man. Right?
No photography.
Then the funniest thing happened because this is my point about bars. Some bars just don't care if they have underage people or whatever. Is out loud one of the young boys or whatever, he starts yelling, "You're a fucking pedophile. All these girls are 15. You're gross, man." And I'm in my head, I'm like, shouldn't the bar owner like walk in and be like, "Hey, I got to kick you all out. You just admitted to being 15."
So that guy just spoiled everybody's fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're all 15. Get out. This will not be tolerated.
The funny part is, they were Asian owners. They didn't say that. They said, "Does anybody need more beer?
We'll need a refill.
Who need refill? We're all 15. Her hymen isn't even broken yet. Who need refill? Refill?"
And that fucking dumb 15-year-old guy, oh, right here.
I know. Yeah. He's the type of guy who's like, "Hey, and Lee is fucking the teacher."
Right.
Yeah.
What an ass.
Those male snitches.
Oh, dude.
Those high school snitches.
There's nothing worse than that. But, you know, you can understand why they do it. Because they don't know what they're doing. Like, when you snitch on, like, shit like that, like, when you think of these hot teachers that are fucking these 15-year-old kids, like, they're going to get found out. But it's only because some kid can't keep his mouth shut. Yeah. And that's only due to excitement.
Dude, okay, are we blaming these kids? Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
Yeah.
Like, if I was a kid, I would tell everyone. I would tell my mom.
But it is to blame on them because they don't. Yeah. I would tell it too because I'm a dumb kid.
No. But that's not.
But then that would ruin all the pussy that I'd be getting at that age.
But that's not what happens, really. They don't tell their parents. They like you're fucking a teacher, and you tell Lee he's your best friend in high school, and then I tell Lee tells
somebody
people
else, and then that leads to their parents. It's
but there's like a gay friend along the line who's like, "This is not right, man." I gotta
no, that's what I'm saying. So when you said, "Are we blaming these guys?"
He's jealous.
I would never blame that most awesome kid ever. Yeah. I'm blaming the guy who tells on the guy who's getting pussy,
right?
Because he's like.
Yeah, that guy's gonna continue living a life of less pussy. Like he's just gonna. It's like that. It's like if I can't get
if I can't get
pussy, nobody can.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Let's say you saw a teacher. I'm assuming the answer to this question is yes. There was at least in your high school years one hot teacher.
Yeah.
If you saw her now and she wasn't that great looking, would you fuck her? Just because who she was,
for sure. Fundamentally, I'll fuck almost anything.
Especially, like, you'll fuck up a 13-year-old kid with a knife.
I guess I don't know. But it depends what she looks like. If she became so,
I thought about that too. I thought about raping him.
No. Consensual. She hits on you. You're in Tap's bar, and your old high school teacher. She was a 7 or 8 in high school, which to a high school student is a fucking
12.
10. Yeah, it's a 12, right? Yeah. Now she's a 4 or a 5. Are you fucking her? 4 or 5? Gained a lot of weight. Took up smoking. Has a pretty deep cough.
Right, you got me on the deep cough.
You got me on the deep cough.
No, I'd probably have to pass.
You'd have to pass
if she kind of like.
You're gay.
If she got that bad looking,
he's gay and lying.
You're a lying gay man.
I'll tell you why. If she was like super hot, like a 9 or 8 back in high school, and then like she diminished to like a 6 or a 5, the hotness that she was in high school, I probably would. But if she was already kind of low,
but you're still friends with some of your high school students. You don't want to go to Vince and you're like, "Hey, I fucked Miss Crabtree or whatever her name is."
He would go, "Ew." There's nothing to brag about there.
Well, that's because
you know what I mean. I mean, I did have an experience with what we considered the MILF back in high school. And it was one of our friends' moms.
You fucked one of your friends' moms? Well, and we haven't talked about it in fucking 100-something episodes?
Yeah, it's true.
We have no more questions for Fabian for the rest of the day. All right, take us back.
This was a Latina woman, and she had 2 daughters. And I was friends with the daughters.
Okay.
And I remember like
How old are you?
I was 28 years old when this happened. So this is like 10 years ago when this happened.
But still a great story. But yeah, I thought this was in high school. But okay.
But back in high school, I remember seeing her once. We were in a basement smoking weed, and she came down to like, not lecture, but say something to one of the daughters.
Okay, yeah.
And we're just like, "Oh, your mom's so hot." Like,
she came down to say, "Hey, Your friend is hot. He has a delicious young cock that I will have.
But one time at a bar, like, we were all meeting up, and the two daughters were there, and the mom was there. The mom, like, they lived across the street from this bar, and the single mom was just there hanging out with us.
Fabian has a question. We have to have a
who
question.
Who brought the mom? Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I guess the daughters. They just it was right across the street. The mom's single, and she just came to party with a bunch of 28-year-olds.
Yeah.
I show up, and she takes a liking into me. And then we get back to the apartment, and we end up in the bathroom and start hooking up. And then all we hear is banging on the door, like angry banging.
Sure.
Open the door.
As you angry banged their mom.
I wasn't upset. I show up to the bar and just like, hey, how's it going? And she's just kind of like approaching me, like dancing with me and all that shit.
Wow.
So we started like just hanging out. Once we got back to the apartment, which was immediately across the street. We end up going to the bathroom, and the door starts like banging on the door. We opened the door after we got put our clothes back on.
Yeah,
and it's one of the daughters and her boyfriend that was living in the apartment with them. There, and they got so mad at me for some reason, and they were like really violent towards me, and I almost got into a fist fight with that daughter's boyfriend. Made no sense to me.
What?
Made absolutely no fucking sense to me.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're fucking her mom. It made no sense to me.
That guy got mad at me.
No, that's his. He's being.
He's being overly.
But he's just. That's his pussy.
Yeah,
he's trying to like.
But I'm just like, we're all adults here, man. Especially
maybe
your mom.
Fucking the mom.
This is all consensual. I don't know what the fuck I did wrong. Like, we're all drinking, and then the daughter. At one point,
you're wild.
I can't find my keys at some point.
Yeah.
And
they were in her pussy.
No, I'll tell you what they were. I make it outside, and one of the daughters is there with me, and we're like kind of yelling at each other. I'm like, I'll leave because they're trying to kick me out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll leave, but where are my fucking keys? And it just takes a while, and then suddenly the daughter looks in her bra and finds my keys. She had taken my keys at some point during the night and hid them in her tits.
Because she wanted to fuck you.
That's where all the anger came from.
Oh my god! I mean, I don't.
And then at that point, the mom was just like, "Can I go home with you?" And I had to.
She was wasted, right? The mom.
We were all drunk.
Yeah. No, I'm not judging. I'm not.
And
saying
I remember
like because that's a bad mom decision.
I stop a cab or whatever, and she's like, "Can I go with you?" I guess she didn't want to like confront.
Yeah. She wanted to deal with this.
That whole situation.
Her pussy's still wet.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, I think that'd be a bad idea. and I just got in the cab and left. Yeah,
what a good guy you are. That's a smart decision at the moment.
Yeah,
that's so funny. So okay, first of all, I think it's wild that the two sisters, did the other sister get mad at you at all, or
the other sister was mad, but the other sister and I used to make out sometimes, but we never had sex, but we would just make out.
Oh my god, you whore!
Like there's always like this weird like we kiss, and then are we going to? And it's like no, that'd be too weird. And it's like okay, fine.
Rank the two sisters and the mother at that time.
The one that had the keys in her tits was a big fat ogre. Like she was just awful looking.
Okay,
and the other one was really kind of cute and sexy. No,
let's go 0 to 10. Two daughters and the mom each.
The
fat ogre,
like a 1.
Okay.
The more attractive one, like a 7.
Okay.
7.5. And the mom back in high school.
No.
Now
that night.
Oh, the mom that night?
That night.
Like a 6.5.
So the makeout sister is the best. But what were you gonna say? When you were in high school, what was the mom?
Like a 7.
Oh, okay. On 8. So the daughter and the mom have a similar hotness. It's just the mom's older.
Right.
Oh, and then the poor ogress. But she had a boyfriend.
And had a boyfriend.
She had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I want to know after you left, how did she explain having your keys in her bra to her boyfriend?
Because I didn't ask.
No, of course you don't know.
To her boyfriend.
To her boyfriend. Yeah, because like.
But the boyfriend didn't see that, so I doubt that the boyfriend like stayed in the apartment when we were outside.
Yeah.
Like before I got the cab, so I doubt that she told him.
And it's not his fault because he doesn't know what. But how cucked can you be? What if your girlfriend says, "This guy's fucking my mom, the guy I intended to fuck tonight, can you go fuck him up?
Yeah.
Because he's hurt my feelings for not fucking me, boyfriend." Like how?
He was so cuckish looking. He was like a white dude, kind of chubby, curly hair.
He doesn't get the full story. He gets very small.
Right.
No, I know. So I'm not blaming him, but I'm like, he doesn't know how much of a cuck he was that night because
I blame him. It's all his fault.
it's just insane.
Yeah,
Daughters and moms are fucking insane. The more you most. Okay, no, I'll say that 70% of them are normal. Like they, fight once in a while, but love each other. But like when daughters and moms don't give a fuck about each other, they go to some lengths that I don't understand.
I find it really creepy when daughters and moms hang out with each other. Like when they go to
There's
clubs,
something there.
when they party.
Both of those are creepy. Both ends
that's
of the
creepy.
spectrum.
Yeah.
Like when they're mad at each other, there's something wrong with both of them.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they're like
Close.
friends, they're for real. Both
That's
fucked
weird.
up.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
There's something weird about it because but it's always on the you have to always put it on the mom's side because she's the one who wants to be like the young girl,
I still got it.
I'm one of I still got it. And look, some of them do still got it. I mean, obviously she was getting it.
She got it.
Yeah. she sucked that churro, but it's always a weird decision. Just like do your own thing. Like if you're a mom and you're divorced or whatever, and you're like, don't fuck your sisters, your daughter's friends or whatever. Like she can go out there and she can whore with the best of them at a bar.
Yeah.
Like you don't need your daughter's friends.
Yeah.
It's a weird decision. I mean, good for you. That's a great story.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I mean, it could.
There's no bad part about that story. I just want to say
for
that.
me, it could have been a great story, but it ended all weird and shit.
No, but that's funnier.
I
The
feel
ending
like a
is funnier.
sexual experience like that is just like a nice cocktail. They're just like, all right, let's
Yeah.
a dash of fucked up,
Yeah.
a dash of my daughter's friends.
It's all dashes.
Okay, I like that. To us, is my daughter never forgiving me?
Yeah, I gotta
so
wonder
funny.
like what happened with like at
After
breakfast.
yeah.
What happened?
They're eating those breakfast burritos and they're
Right.
talking about huevos
The
rancheros.
So that was fun, huh?
No, I would imagine, which is funny, and you should take it as a badge of honor. You are the catalyst for the one. Every family has a few memories that just we're just never going to talk about this, and you're it. You're like
that story?
You're the story that like both daughters of the mom know that night happened.
Yeah. But I didn't even initiate anything.
But
I didn't
she
even
might
start it.
mention-
I didn't even try anything.
I know, no, I'm not saying you caused it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You could have not fucked your friend's mom. That's on you.
Dude, that was the MILF of that was like Stifler's mom.
How far'd you go?
We had
Dick and vagina?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
just not
sex.
cum.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We weren't able to finish.
Well, that counts completely, though.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know who told me once. They're like, no, it only counts if you come. And I'm like, no. That's not,
Yeah.
if you're,
I lean more towards it only counts if you come.
no.
I do. If you don't come, I don't think it happened.
Cheating, no cum? That's cheating.
It didn't happen. I'm still a good guy.
Yeah, still like a- Well, you don't cheat anymore, but back in the day.
That's why I'm single. Oh shit!
Oh, I thought he meant, for some reason, I thought he meant you don't cheat anymore. That's why you're single. I'm like, yeah, you lost your cool, man. You're just a lame, good guy now.
lost your
Nobody
edge,
wants
bro.
you.
Yeah, exactly. No more temptation on
No
my
more
plate.
yeah, people look at you and they're like, he's a nice guy.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, let's not date him.
So, who's the worst influence on like mine and Lee's dating life? Because I'm making.
You
enemies.
mean on each other?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Are we like who's the worst?
I think I just found out you two are dating. I don't.
No, we're not dating each other.
Oh, okay. Who's so
Fabian, we never discussed this.
We're not going steady. It's not exclusive.
So here's the thing: when I found out you were moving in together, the most I knew about Fabian was when we'd see each other at the Royal. You seem funny on stage, and you seem like a nice guy off stage. You're like, oh yeah, hey, and you'd shake my hand. So I was worried about the influence that piece of shit Lee Fernandez would have on you. But it only took about a month to realize that it was Lee who was dealing with Fabian way more than Fabian was dealing with Lee.
Yeah.
I.e., pissing on a PlayStation type stuff.
And in my room.
Yeah, in your room.
Hey,
yeah.
Lee peed in the. He peed in the washroom the other day. Not too long ago.
That's where you're supposed to be. You piece of shit.
He peed in the
He goes. We say he peed on your PlayStation. He goes,
He's like,
yeah, well, Lee peed in the toilet.
He didn't pee where he's supposed to be, which is his own bedroom.
I said when he moved in, we all pee in our own
God
bedroom.
No, I soaked up
the sink.
Yeah, I pissed all over the sink, and apparently,
Apparently,
Yeah, he got
remember it.
the whole floor. He got me back. That's what I'm saying. He got me back.
I wasn't trying to like wage vengeance.
No.
I just was blacked out.
I
and
thought you were
pissed
trying to wage a
everywhere.
little vengeance.
I don't remember, but sure.
I never had those moments. Like I've blacked out and stuff, but I've always been able to control my bowels and where they go.
Oh my god,
No,
dude!
that's not true. I've
Even
actually
vomit.
fought.
Yeah,
Even vomit, I usually vomit in the appropriate place.
I've actually pissed in a friend's bedroom once, like thinking it was the bathroom, and fell asleep on his bed. And I woke up to it was a work buddy, and there was another work buddy that was there too, who was cleaning up my pee on the ground. I woke up and I'm like, "What's happening?" And she's on the ground cleaning my piss, and I look over at the door, and he's just standing like confused with his beer, and then I black out, and then like they told me was like the next day or on the Monday at work they say, "Yo, Josh wanted to kill you, man." And I was like, "Why?" Because after we went in and started cleaning your piss, you got up and said, "I'll be back tomorrow and I'll clean it." And I just left the party.
Well, I mean, you're
Like-
clearly drunk.
Yeah, but I was just like, I'll take care of this like tomorrow.
Tomorrow, because it's good to leave piss
Everywhere.
for a 24-hour period.
But I've done that a couple of times where it's so blackout, I go somewhere and I think it's the bathroom and I just pee somewhere. That's like when Fabian did. I couldn't get too mad at him because it wasn't like
It's stuff you had done.
normal behavior. To me, I was just like, no, this is normal.
Yeah.
When you're that drunk. So
It was just weird that
It's
I
not
flashed
normal.
my butthole right after. Why'd you do that?
I just want to just inform both of you.
he walked back to his room, spreading his asshole.
I've known a lot of heavy
I
drinkers.
was like, "Good night, Fabian." Waddling out.
Like straight.
I just want to inform both of you. Pissing in different places, it's not in your apartment, is not normal drunk behavior.
You think so?
I think it happens, but it's not normal drunk behavior.
But it's like blackout behavior.
Dude, some people are basically animals.
Yeah.
Like when that guy pulled the knife out on me, I was like not worried about the knife.
Yeah.
It was just like,
You're just like, I'm going to deal with the situation. Doesn't like.
no, I was like, how could you?
How could you?
Oh, wait.
Why did you do that?
Last time Fabian was on the pod, he told us a story about a certain like
Pimp?
that was like messaging him.
Yeah.
Fabian, do you have an update from that at all?
I noticed. Is the anthrax box still up? Oh, over the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's even more taped now. Someone, actually a neighbor, dropped treats in my mailbox, and I took that as a threat.
Yeah.
So I got really drunk, and instead of like drunk texting like ladies or something, I now drunk text my enemies.
But that's not your enemy. They left you nice treats.
No, he didn't drug text her. He drug text the pimp.
I drunk texted the person that like sent me those like threatening texts, and oh shit, what did I write? It is funny.
It's funny.
That is, by the way, the worst decision because technically, what's the expression? Let sleeping dogs lie.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gone. Obviously, the pimp wasn't texting him anymore.
He was no longer a threat.
He was no longer a threat.
And then Fabian
Yeah, I
gets
was like, okay, yeah. So
and it's just like, oh,
It's a rabid dog.
I'll show you.
Rabid dog falls asleep and he goes, "Hey, fuck you, dog! Fuck you, dog, pussy ass
Stepping on
dog."
its tail.
so the last text they sent me ended in "see you soon," and it was sent on November 5th.
Huh?
And then I text them January 25th.
It's almost February
Yeah.
of next year.
He texts him, "I miss you."
I texted
You don't text no more.
This is the person threatening me and my dogs, by the way.
Yeah.
I text them January 25th. What's soon to you, you gay retard?
I gotta say, Drunk Fabian has good lines. I can't like.
Drunk Fabian's hilarious. Dude.
I followed it up, I followed it up with, not only do I not fear you, but you probably have a stinky pussy. Even if you're a guy, your pussy stinks. I'm just waiting for the.
He hasn't replied to that yet.
No, not yet, man.
Oh, that guy is a pussy.
He scared him off.
Yeah. I think it was.
Now Fabian's one tormenting him.
Leave me alone.
Just wait till I find you. I'm gonna kick you right in that smelly snatch.
What's soon to you? That's such
gay
a good
retard.
line. You gay retard. But even that on its own, it's
That
such
was
a good
like
line.
3 months or 2 months later.
I know.
That's my life, right?
What's soon to you?
So good.
Oh man, yeah, I'm very impressed by your ability to think up cool lines in the moment.
Oh, that was it. That was the line. I was hassling a group of people playing pool. This was like after a comedy show, like after an open mic. There was still like a crew, and we were just still drinking. I don't know why. I really think I was just trying to prevent another guy from hooking up with a lady because I'm a piece of shit.
He was cock blocking.
He was cock blocking.
I
Cock
basically
blocking.
dedicated that night to cock blocking. And I have many nights, by the way.
Sure.
And
It's like he's just laughing. He's laughing. All right, what'd you say?
yeah, no, because I just had a realization. I'm like, oh, I do that a lot. Like,
Okay, so a guy he's talking up a girl.
No, this person has nothing to do with that. Okay,
Yeah.
there were other people playing pool, living their own life, minding their own business, and I just chirped them until they were like, they got in my face, and they were like, "Fuck, dude, what the fuck is your problem?" And I was like, "I don't like the cut of your jib."
No, that was the jib day. That was the night of the jib.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Okay, well, let's see you play." And then I was just dog shit.
At pool.
Yeah, I can't play pool. I just chirped them for fucking like however long it took for them to give up, and then the next update I get of that night is just like I took over the pool table. I mean, this other guy was just playing pool badly.
One thing I'm learning from this, and I'll say this not as an insult, but Fabian's not like some giant big guy, right? You're like a regular size guy, normal.
He's tough as shit.
No, I'm small. I'm a small guy.
Yeah, okay, well, I just mean like you're not fucking 6'7" or anything. You're a regular guy. I think I just realized it's a lot harder to get beat up than you think. Because like they didn't even try to fight you that night.
No.
See?
I don't know what happened though. I wasn't there. I wasn't.
Right. I wasn't there. I was there, not mentally.
Here's all the things I did, but I wasn't there.
I just mean like you would think based on his stories, more people would fucking kick his head in.
Just because of his physicality.
This is true. This is Trudeau's
and
Canada,
teasing
dude. This
people.
is what happens. Like, people like me get to run rampant. We're actually in charge, but we were just like also fucking ourselves up at the same time.
Yeah.
If I had like a decent head on my shoulder, I could actually rule.
Rule
Well,
the
that's
planet.
okay.
Yeah.
I do think you rule. But yeah, maybe it depends on the bars. Maybe it depends on the bars. If you're a fucking Hell's Angels bar, he'd probably get his fucking teeth kicked in. But like, if you're just going to like Fox and the Fiddle, you can probably fuck with people and no one's gonna say anything.
You're fucking up 13-year-olds.
Yeah, you know what? This city's pussy. Yeah. At least with 13-year-old, we can say he went for it.
Or texting pimps.
Texting pimps, fake pimps.
So yeah, I had to take a little break from drinking.
How long was this break?
A week.
Hey, don't laugh at that, man. Like it's a good like I stopped drinking for 1 week and I felt proud of myself. And then went right back to drinking.
Wait, I gotta know what is 1 week.
Like 7 days.
7 days.
Solid
so
days. Yeah.
You drank Saturday night.
Sure.
And then the next weekend you didn't drink.
No, I did. So I made it. I made it to Saturday.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, that's just not drinking on weekdays. That's
but
not
what
a
sucks
week.
is when you do that, all you think about is drinking.
A lot of people don't drink on weekdays.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even one?
Not one. A lot of people save it for Friday, Saturday. They go out, have a
that's gay
couple
to me.
cocktails.
I'm just like, you want to drink, have a beer. Or 6.
That's the other. I don't think you're understanding non-alcoholics. They don't want to drink during the week. It's not like they're like, oh, I can't. They just, it doesn't come up.
Yeah. I'm like on my way home, like, oh, there's the LCV.
No, I know you do.
Well, that time, like, you were just like, we were talking on the podcast, we were just like, oh, Lee was so pissed that he couldn't get his last 2 tall boys of the night.
Yeah.
That actually made me not embarrassed, but I was just kind of like, Oh God, it is true. And it sounds so
it's
weak.
yeah.
Like it sounds so like
There is a weakness to it.
it is.
I like
you should
drinking.
drink stronger liquors.
Yeah, to get 2 beers.
What a
That won't
pussy.
get you drunk, you pussy.
The one time we were doing shots, like he's like, come like have a shot of whiskey with me, and we were just laughing that my chaser was beer.
Yeah.
And he's just like, my chaser is more whiskey.
I love a beer chaser though. I'll defend him on that. Whiskey shot and a little beer chaser is delicious.
Yeah,
It's something mixes well. About
It is a good mix, actually.
I was pissed at Fergus recently because that night I went to his mic, right? After you guys left, I was just talking with him. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the Groove Bar or whatever," and I'm like, "Cool." But if I'm at a bar and they have a comedy night or whatever, I try to buy at least one drink because it like supports the bar, right?
Yeah.
I go to Fergus and I'm like, "Hey, let's do a shot together." And then he kind of gives me the like, "Oh no, I was gonna go home after the Groove soon after. Like I don't, like he didn't want to drink more, right?"
Fergus?
Yeah, which seemed odd, but I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I do a shot by myself, and then we get to Groove, and he starts having fun and has 4 or 5 more beers.
Oh, you did a shot alone at Rivals.
Yeah, I did one alone at Rivals. If you hadn't left, I would have had it with you, but I wanted to have it with Fergus. And then he said, "No, I don't want to drink anymore," and then went and had 4 beers by himself.
Oh yeah, I went to the lab after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel betrayed. If I'm buying you a shot, just take the shot. I don't understand.
All right. Sorry, but Fergus, you're banned.
He's our guest.
You're never coming on this podcast again, except next Thursday. Yeah. We got to get him hammed up, though, on that fucking episode.
I got
Just cocaine.
Cocaine update.
Ketamine.
Still haven't done cocaine.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good update. I thought it was the opposite, but that's good.
But I really want to.
My brother asked about it, but I really want to.
He did? What did he
Yeah,
say?
but he asked. He's like, "So what's going on with the whole Lee cocaine thing?" Because he was like a few episodes behind, and I'm like, "As far as I know, he's not doing it anymore." He's like, "It's good. I worry about him sometimes."
I like that it's a thing. What's the Lee cocaine
What's the Lee
update?
cocaine update? And then I'm like, "Oh, by the way, Lee thinks you've been hacked because you keep writing Ciao Bellissimo
Right.
on all our posts." And then my brother just starts fucking cackling. It's all normal.
That's just him.
That's just him. He just thought he's like that would be a funny thing to write on all your videos forever. Which is, the more I think about it, sociopathic. But
It is.
You know what's wild? Like everyone talks about Lee's cocaine issue, and
yeah.
dude, as long as you interact with other people, you don't have a problem,
Oh my god.
right?
I have the answer to your question now. Fabian is definitely a worse influence on you than you are on him.
Fabian once came into my room and there was like my plate or whatever with some white substance, and he was just like, "Cocaine?" I'm like, "No, K." So I haven't done blow in a while, but
You've been doing ketamine.
not a lot. Just
What's
not
a
a lot
little?
at all. Like,
What's a little?
This is like
You've
the
done like a
last
few-
like 2 or maybe 3 nights.
What is the feeling of ketamine again?
Dude,
I think you said
It's
this.
like getting
fucking-
drunk very fast.
More
Oh,
so,
but it's similar
more
to
so
drunk.
than that. There is a psychedelic aspect to it where you kind of, for me personally, I put on the Toxic Avenger like as a movie.
Yeah.
And the movie was just different than every other time I watched it, and I started kind of sinking into my sheets. And it's just like a weird psychedelic, almost you're so drunk trip.
Yeah.
It's fun as hell. But I don't do it a lot. And but it is like not an upgrade from blow, but it's still something.
Right.
But I'm not into it as much as I was with blow. Like the whole thing was like who I was seeing at the time, who I was hanging out with, would always do blow. And
Oh my god, he gets influenced by ladies.
because it's there.
What a pussy.
I believe the word you're looking for is faggot. But no, it was there, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do some too.
I'm not gonna lie. If a girl who was a 10 was fucking with me and she's like, "Come on, you're never gonna do cocaine," I'm like, "Okay, once.
I'll just
do it
do
tonight."
That's actually a decent rule. Like, only do cocaine with ladies.
With I said hot woman,
But just,
don't
no,
do it with
can't have. Come on.
your.
You can't have it all.
It can't be your friend's 6.5 mom.
First, you need hot ladies doing cocaine. They're on boats and shit. We're not
Right,
gonna
yeah,
run
they're
into
not. They're offshore right now.
No, I wouldn't expect ketamine is as good as coke because in my head, and this is the way I understand it as a non-drug doer.
Dude, what lady brings ketamine?
But dude, what you do is like a bit of ketamine.
Yeah.
Cocaine, you have to do the whole bag.
Right. No,
A K, you just do it like once.
No, but this is what I was going to say is there has to be a hierarchy of how awesome something is. And I guess this fits into how addictive it is. But either way, I don't hear about anyone who does ketamine every weekend.
Right,
or
right.
I'll even do a smaller version of that.
No,
people have told me shrooms are awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know anyone who does it every weekend. They do it a few times a year.
Yeah.
I think it comes in waves. Like I know people who did it for like every weekend for a month.
Shrooms or ketamine?
Ketamine. And then they just kind of get like sick of it. But they move on to injecting. When people inject ketamine, it's fucked up. They look like they saw a ghost every 20 seconds. They're just like, oh, fuck.
That is such an accurate description. I used to live with a girl like years ago. Like it was like 4 of us in this little bungalow, and she used to inject fucking K.
Yeah.
And what he just described was exactly what she does. Like just out of nowhere. Like just it was the creepiest, grossest shit.
Yeah,
ever.
it ruins it. It kind
It fucking spoils it all. But like
ketamine is a doctor created, right? Like pharmacy created?
Yeah, it's
like,
a horse
fucking horse trend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I did it, my fun experience was that like I really had to poop right before I did it, and then when I did the ketamine, I was like, I can't feel anything. So I kept checking my butt to see if I pooped myself. Kept having to kind of tap a finger down there. All right, we're good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He sticks his finger in and he squirts out miso soup.
He sticks his fingers in his ass. Nice to meet you.
I'm not talking to anyone.
But I want to know, like, you know, we've done our own things, but have you just been limited to just booze? Like, have you ever done anything a little bit more? I don't know. You know.
You're not going to count this, but I told you I've tried weed, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan or whatever. No, just booze. But I love.
You've done edibles, right?
Yeah, edibles. Yeah. I love booze so wholeheartedly that I just don't feel like any part of my heart is missing anything else. My only thought lately is I don't drink enough booze, and booze is expensive. But like I don't look back at like, oh, I'm glad I'm older now and I don't drink as much as I used to. I go, man, I miss drinking, because to me being drunk is, and I feel bad for any alcoholic who's listening, being drunk is the fucking, and I know I've tried anything else, but it's the fucking perfect, greatest feeling. I love every minute of it, unless you're like overly drunk. But if you're like buzzed, that is the fucking it just everything. You feel like confident, you feel good, you feel like everything is there.
That's the Caribbean in you. You're
maybe, but
you're
it's fucking
genetically
amazing.
predispositioned for this, Sanker. I'm really sorry.
Maybe, but it's fucking amazing. I just love the feeling. Like if you got like a nice buzz going and you're just like at the bar and you're fucking talking to people. Like,
but where is like your perfect buzz? Because like sometimes you reach perfect buzzing and then you go a bit too far.
Oh, I always go
and
too
then you
far.
start to slip into the blackout realm. But what is your perfect like combination of like I feel great, which only lasts 10 minutes? Because when I start to feel great, that only it's very limited. Because then I start to get too fucked up.
It becomes a game of like, well, one, I'm not really a sad or angry drunk. So even when I get into the realm of being like too drunk that I'm going to be hungover the next day, I'm still having fun. I'm doing good things. The worst that might happen is get sleepy. But other than that, I'm having fun. So what is the you're just playing that game for the rest of the night where you do a shot or you drink something, and then you go, oh, okay, I'm gonna take a break, and you take a break for like 15 minutes to like let your stomach settle, and then you start sobering up, and then you do another drink, and it's like playing those old like Mario Party games where you have to like maintain something in the middle of 2 bars.
Oh, it's like you start to lose the energy and then bring the energy level back up.
Yeah. But you don't want the fucking balloon to explode at the top, like you're just but it's fucking fun. Every part of it.
Yeah,
that's got to be circumstantial. Like if you're like sad or angry drunk, I don't think like you choose it.
No, it's circumstantial in that that's what's in your head and your heart.
It always happens automatically. Actually, maybe. Fuck, I don't know. I might be an angry drunk, dude.
Well, so I'm not sure because I have to
Fabian
see him
angry.
That's what I was gonna say.
I've always seen him like playfully aggressive.
Yeah,
like, he gets very, but it's not like dark and evil. He doesn't get dark and evil from what I've seen.
That's the stories I hear.
Like
My dad, as a drunk, will get dark and evil.
Yeah.
Like the whole house is on like fucking high alert and lockdown.
Yeah.
I don't get that vibe from Fabian. You just get with Fabian like, okay, if we start fighting or if we start wrestling, Fabian's the type of guy that just
takes it too far.
Well, he just won't stop fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Like you'll slam him down, you'll put him down, and you'll like wrestle. But then, like if you have him down, you start feeling that energy come back up. You're like, oh, he just won't stop.
He's hulking out.
He keeps hulking out. Yeah. You're like, this cocksucker won't stop.
You hit him one more time.
He's unstoppable. Yeah, exactly. So that's what he is, but he's not like a menacing.
He's not a maniac. Yeah.
He's not
no, he is a maniac, but he's not an asshole.
Not menacing. Like, it's
yeah.
just like you go, oh, okay, he's having fun.
I still think I'm reactive. Like when that guy pulled a knife out on me, I was like, I'm sad. This makes me sad.
I don't like what this says about society.
I didn't mean
boo-hoo.
I didn't like that this is how this went.
Oh shit! We actually did a good time. We can keep talking, but technically we did well. Yeah. No, I just love like even seeing like that glass, like your whiskey glass with the thing. Like something about that just puts me in a good mood. Yeah.
The thing.
What just does like a nice whiskey glass and thing. I have this. My next purchase is gonna be like a nice decanter.
Let me pour you a drink right before you drive.
No, I'm cool. Yeah. I'll go home. I'll drink when I get home.
Take it with you.
Yeah, take it with you
for the ride over.
Fuck you, coppers.
The ice is just clinking.
No, like even the culture of it. Like, have you guys ever been to Stogie's in Montreal? Stokey's.
No.
Stogies, like
Montreal.
So it's fucking amazing. It's this place. I hope it's still around. I haven't been there in like 4 years, like in Montreal. Yeah. But it's this place where it's a cigar bar, which is still was at that time still allowed over there. We don't allow that here. But you go there, you get brought up, all beautiful women serving you like in little red dresses and stuff.
As it should be.
Right. And then they take you. You find your seat, and then they ask you, "Do you want a drink?" Whatever. Usually, you order something a little fancier, like a cognac or something like that. You don't have to. They'll get a fucking CC, and then they walk you to a room. You pick a cigar, and you say, "Yeah, these ones." She brings it to your table, and then you just sit there. And there's a balcony looking over downtown Montreal. Girls, everything walking by. Cool. You're there smoking a fucking cigar and sipping whiskey or whatever. It's the greatest place on earth besides the strip clubs in Montreal.
Louis Molds and I, in July, first week of July, are going to Miami.
Oh, yeah?
We got our tickets booked.
Miami would have some cigar bars.
And we're going to have a nice hotel paid by my brother.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We're going to have a very nice hotel.
How'd you convince your brother to pay for your trip?
I just texted him and I said, he keeps suggesting, because he has like his own, like a side house.
Yeah.
I think in like Boynton Beach. And I'm like, oh, like what's the address of your side house? And I guess he just didn't want us fucking it up or whatever.
Dude, why's your brother doing so? Okay, sorry, finish your story.
So he's just like, you should try this hotel or whatever.
Right.
Like I'm like, oh,
we can't afford that.
Why are you trying to get me away from your side? He's like, but then he sends me the link for it. It's a very nice hotel.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll pay for it. So we're gonna have the hotel paid for us.
Wow.
So, dude,
that's cute.
July, first week of July. If you can figure out a way to get down there.
First week of January is possible. That's not. I have vacation planned, but not during that time.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm thinking like a couple of us boys go down there and just hang out for the week in fucking Miami.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. I love Florida, actually.
Dude, why are both our brothers doing... We got to stop being basically the same guy. Because both our brothers are doing so much better than us.
So is my brother, too, though. Not like a lot better, but my brother has like a house and 2 kids and stuff like that.
My brother has multiple properties. Like, he abandons his dogs. Like, he's...
Whatever, we're gonna get there, man. It's a slower journey.
We believe in our dreams.
We're gonna get there. You're cuddling with a Mr. Bean doll right now. We're not
that
going
my dog
nowhere.
found, by the way.
His dog did find it. Like
that's an awesome find.
Yeah,
that's probably worth money.
It's probably haunted.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't check it just for spiders rare. Before I put it in Lee's room.
You know what's funny? Right when he gave me this fucking thing, I think shortly thereafter he pissed on my PlayStation.
So it is haunted.
It is fucking cursed. Yeah.
OBI on that shit. Oh, I'm
not getting rid of it though. I love it.
Maybe I'll just talk about it next time.
What?
I'll let you decide if we end it here or if you want to ask questions about it, and we'll talk about it next time. I went to a palm reader.
Let's talk about that now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, let's talk about that now. What? Why did you? Number one, why did you go to the palm reader?
Oh, an Indian or Romanian?
She seemed Italian.
So Romanian.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
And what is
they're either gypsy or they're Hindu.
No. They weren't. Yeah. She wasn't. I know my Hindus.
So why'd you go, and what did they tell you?
Why did I go? Spontaneous. And what did they tell me? Well, I guess you're asking now. You said do it next time.
You saw that fucking, what do you call that neon sign? Like, palm reader, and that's what convinced you? You fucking idiot.
She's a palm reader.
Of Goosebumps starts.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
It's on the She's a palm reader / travel agent.
What?
The location does both. She does both.
Okay.
It says, if you look at the top, it says travel agent.
I see in your future you'll be going to Uruguay. By the way, we got some Uruguayan tickets on sale. You got scammed. But what did they tell you?
4 kids. I'll have 4 kids.
Okay.
All closely together. I'm going to live a long time. And this year leading into next year is the things I'll do to make the most money in my life.
Wouldn't that be great if Fabian and I just murdered you tonight?
But they didn't try to side hustle you and like...
You're on the dad for it? You stupid bitch!
We throw your head at her door.
We killed that loser. He's got no kids.
That's right.
He's got no fucking kids. You're dumb.
He wants his money
try to
back.
side hustle you with like charms and shit. They're like,
No.
if you pay an extra bucks, I can put a charm. Because what I did it, and but this was years ago, and all the guy
You look gypsy.
All the guy read was like. Like, there's darkness. There's trouble.
Oh, pure darkness in your shit.
To be fair,
you need protection.
Fabian walked in with a flask. He's like, "You read my palm? I just fought a kid, and I feel like I need to know my future."
I peed in the room.
I peed on my bird's PlayStation. I need you to give me some advice.
I was recently stabbed.
I just pee on the ball.
Oh, Fabian was stabbed, by the way.
What?
Yeah, he was stabbed.
Yeah, I've been stabbed.
No.
By a beer bottle. It was a broken beer bottle.
Recently?
No, this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
12 now, yeah. It was a while.
Was it your fault?
Yeah, a little.
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't get stabbed by a beer bottle unless it's your fucking fault.
By the way, I take it back. You remember I was like, oh, you can actually just be an asshole to people in the city and nothing will happen.
No,
you'll get stabbed.
Yeah, you will. By a shattered beer bottle.
It's a minor inconvenience, though, honestly. Okay.
Hospital, I assume.
Yeah, a friend of mine was in a fight. I was at a bar, and then a friend of mine was in a fight at the other side of the plaza. And then somebody told me, so I rushed to go help him. And then I saw a guy that looked a lot like him. It wasn't him, and I saved this person who looked a lot like my friend from getting double bottled.
Like you hoisted him away?
No, I grabbed one of the bottles, and then I started talking to the guy, yo, that was crazy. You were about to finishing move this guy.
Yeah.
And he I just got into MMA, so I tossed the bottle, and then the guy broke his, and I was like, ooh. I should have disarmed myself.
But that's not your fault then. Like it's your fault in that it's mistaken identity, but you still saved somebody.
I saved some guy.
So it's a good move.
I don't know if he stabbed me for sure because I did just get into MMA, and when we were wrestling, I pulled back. I pulled my back.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I stabbed myself.
He pulled into some shattered glass.
He Plaxico burst himself with a bottle.
I just armbar myself.
I'm sorry. But you saved you possibly saved someone's life, so that's a positive
I saved
story.
somebody from looking real funny for a while.
Yeah, that's a positive. That's a positive. So actually, in that moment, I'm not saying throughout your life, but in that moment, you were heroic.
Oh, honestly, that's not even the point. It's way cooler getting stabbed than not getting stabbed. Like even like who's saving a person or not. Like,
that's true.
After I got stabbed, I was pretty happy for myself. I just wish it was like
It's cool.
Like more serious.
Yeah, what kind of bottle? Just asking unimportant questions. Was it a James Reddy?
No, it was a brown. I think it was a Canadian.
Canadian. Yeah, Molson. Yeah, you got. There's someone who's stabbing someone. They're not drinking Stella.
Well, I think if you get stabbed by a Canadian bottle, like you've earned citizenship.
All right, guys.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.